much for coming. My name is Takehiro Shimada. I am the Minister in charge of Communication and Public Affairs of Ministry of Embassy of Japan in Washington, D.C. It is my great honor to serve the moderator of this session on education and the value of Japanese culture and language to the U.S. audiences.
But according to the most recent Modern Language Association statistics in this country, Japanese and Korean are the only two languages that are showing an increase in the number of students taking the courses at the higher education level.
Hello, my name is Mikiko Gouda and I teach Japanese language and culture at UTSN. I began teaching at UTSN from the spring semester of 2012, and this is my 6th year serving as a Japanese language educator in San Antonio. As a language teacher, seeing students growing linguistically is rewarding. I have seen students who came to UTSN without any knowledge of Japanese language, and 3 years later they graduate being able to carry out meaningful conversations in Japanese. But for me, teaching Japanese is not only to create a person who can speak Japanese fluently, but it is to create the whole person. For example, a person who is responsible, respectful, and resilient. The reason why I'm here today is to talk about the roles of Japanese culture and language education in the U.S. society and its possible impact on the U.S. and Japan bilateral relationship. From the research and workshops, I have learned interesting topics that educators and language learners are now facing with, which will have impact on the US and Japan bilateral relationship at micro level. These topics include globalized society, artificial intelligence, and social justice.
Welcome everybody to this session that we're going to have this morning. I'm really excited about it. We've got two great leaders from San Antonio on the panel here, and then we've got two CEOs of Japanese companies that chose to locate in Texas that we'll be hearing from on the topic of why Japanese companies choose Texas. Again, my name is Leo Gomez, and I am the president and CEO of Brooks, a former military base well on the way to being redeveloped as a mixed-use community to attract companies, choice employers from throughout the world, including Japan. Right, Yoda-san? We have Nisei Plastics at Brooks.
I'm so pleased to be joined by such distinguished panelists here, and I do think that who better to answer Leo's tee-up question than the CEOs that have selected San Antonio for significant investment. I would tend to believe that perhaps they have selected San Antonio because of all of the aforementioned reasons, because of the relationship that dates back for many years, because of our investment in Hiro Watanabe in the Texas Japan office and the fact that daily he is working to nurture and foster those relationships. But furthermore, because of San Antonio's commitment to a pro-business atmosphere and environment here in the community, coupled with everything else that Leo mentioned, centrally located within the United States, within the central time zone, which is also helpful, great quality of place, great cost of doing business. The only thing I would add is the affordable, reliable energy and water that we have through our municipally owned water and energy companies.
That is a 30-year-old association. It's unique in our sister city movement. A sister city have many relationships between two cities, have many things in common from one relationship to the next, but typically we tend to do a little bit of everything, whether it's economic, whether it's academic and scholarship, disaster response and recovery, arts, cultural and heritage activities, but each relationship tends to focus on one or two things. Kumamoto's strength has been in modeling something that we do not have throughout the network, and that is a medical association relationship that has modeled exchanges every year in those 30 years. One year, the Japanese Medical Association of Kumamoto comes to San Antonio, the next year, and vice versa. So when that earthquake hit, it was so easy because the trust had been built between those medical associations for for San Antonio to just fly to Kumamoto and immediately integrate into that recovery process.
And Americans develop a deep appreciation and respect for the Japanese people and their culture. This sense of admiration, I think, forms the basis for what I consider the two most important words in human interaction. That's confidence and trust, right? You have to have confidence that somebody can deliver on their promises, and you have to have trust that they will deliver on those promises. And whether that's a relationship that you have one-on-one with someone in your family or if it's nation to nation, if those two elements aren't there, then you don't, in my opinion, have a strong relationship. So having U.S. military members and their families there who can start to develop both of those, confidence and really importantly, that trust factor.
You know, Japanese companies are really looking for U.S. companies to do business with, and it does take a long time. Max is right. They're looking for distributors because they need to feed into those Japanese manufacturers who are here, right? They can bring over their suppliers from Japan, but they really need somebody. How do you operate here in the U.S.?
What is available in Texas for Japanese companies who are working here? And it is very noticeable when you come to Texas, whether it's Dallas or whether it's here in San Antonio, that feeling of welcome. It is many states compete, many states are interested in Japanese investment, but you really do get a feeling of welcome wherever you go here in Texas for Japanese companies.
Japan, this is an appointment from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. For our particular one, I just want to give you an idea of what volunteerism does. We had a total of 180 people come from Japan. 15 cities in the North Texas area were involved in the grassroots summit, from the mayor level down. Let's face it, if you have to have homestays for 154 people, you need 154 good homes. And you don't just do that in one city. So we farmed it out and got 15 cities agreed to host the group that they would get. So they would actually put their own local programs together for them and put them in safe homes.